Alright, with the folks, your boy Marcos on 265 numbers. After the Nick, little Marcos and friends action over here. You already know how we be is doing. Rolling with the captain, rolling with the captain's partner over here, the sidekick, as we say, the co-pilot, as some would say over here. Some of the DLC over here, the what the hell is that called? The Campfire cook-off type DLC. We got some marshmallows. We got everything chefing up over here. Unfortunately, as you may remember from some of the previous footage I put up over here, for some reason, there was a handful of games here where the audio just didn't capture, and I don't know. We played this years ago at this point, so I ain't even bother to go back and like redo it. So you get to hear my dulcet tones as we kind of explain through all this. And I also will throw out here, as almost every time I do, where is Overcooked 3? Like, what is happening over here? Like, what? Like, how? Who? What? Why? I don't know. For a game that I've known even, it's one of those, how do I explain it? You know, when the Wii kind of like was out and they had the whole Blue Ocean or the Blue Whale strike, whatever the hell it's called, but basically it was just like, hey, we're selling video games to video game players, but we also want to get people that like never played video games or don't think that they play video games to play video games. And I say don't think because that's very interesting. You know, I'll point out my girl, for example. She'll play every once in a while a game or two with me, but in her mind, she doesn't play video games. That's not a thing. But she does like the little Sudoku thing on the phone. She does the damn, oh my lord, what the hell's the name of it? The Wordle thing. She had me do some crossword thing the other day on the phone too, which I was like, the same for me, man. I don't know nothing about these crossword puzzles. And then we just nailed it, and I was like, all right, so maybe I am like a crossword puzzle expert, but I keep it on the low. All those are video games, right? Like that, it's just a matter of whether you're actually picking up a controller or not picking up a controller. She plays Dr. Mario, which I find pretty funny because she will say sometimes that that's not really a video game. And I'm like, well, what is it then? It's thin air? Like it has to be something. How could it not be a video game? So Overcooked to me kind of put itself in that area. You know, Mario Kart has that. But I think Mario Kart is much more of a, not that Overcooked isn't a game either. Mario Kart, for me, has gotten to that point just over years and years and years, right? Like people, the 64 was a little bit daunting. The GameCube one, you were kind of like, it seems kind of relatively easy, but a little bit complicated. And then the Wii one came out and everybody played that thing. Everybody was like, oh man, Mario Kart on the Wii, boom, boom, boom. And then, this Wii U version came out, which nobody played because it just wasn't out anywhere. And then the Switch version comes out. It's the best-selling game on the Switch, all that kind of stuff that we already know. And people play it left and right. Anytime I go over to a friend's house, it's always like pop on Mario Kart. I never actually personally, I've tried to think about it the other day. I played through the DLCs when they were released, which was a really, really cool idea to add those in there. But prior to that, like I play Mario Kart when it comes out. I play the hell out of it. I get all the cups and the gold stars and all that, and then that's it. And then I'm kind of done playing it outside of when people come over, and then we play it over there. And Overcooked feels the same exact way. I'm probably not going out there and playing Overcooked 2 right now. I'm definitely not playing by myself. I really hated playing the game by myself. A handful of times I tried. I was like, I can't do this. But, and there will be maybe a point where we replay this and we revisit Overcooked and stuff like that. But I don't know when that is, and I'm not going to play it unless like people come over, because sometimes I will have people that come over and they'll be like, hey man, like let's play a game. What about that cooking game? And I'm like, yeah, if you want to chef it up at the house, you could. So I just don't understand, seeing the success that this game has had, why an Overcooked 3 wouldn't be in the works. Would it be something that is, being looked at? And I want to call the game simple, because you can see in the DLC they really expanded on it. But the concept itself, like I think could even take like a whole nother level if you really, really, really want to push it. And I even think with some of the camp stuff and some stuff you'll see in some of the other DLCs, it maybe goes a little bit too far in some aspects. I'm thinking about U5-3 as well. That was just brutal. But I think there's a lot of room for growth over there, and I do expect to see it at some point. But it's interesting to me that it just isn't even out there, or even a rumor or a hint of it. Either way, 4-star game.